so we're going to have a look at some hip mobility exercises today. It would be really handy if you had a block nearby. So the first exercise we're going to have a look at is our hip flexors, so hip flexion. So you're going to take your block out in front of you like this. You can prop it that way up, or if you want to make it harder, that way up. And we're going to lift up and over and up and back. Now you can do these exercises, you can either do a rep range, so you might do 10, you might do 5, it depends on how many you can feel. It would be great if we could aim up to get to around about 15, which would be between 45 to 60 seconds work. So that's going to be exercise number 1. Of course you're going to do the same thing on the other side. As you do this, we want to stay nice and lifted through the chest. We want to watch out we don't slump down like this as we're doing it. So you can use your hands behind you if you need to, or you can hold on here, or if you want to feel like you're really going for it, then let go with the hands. So that's your first exercise. Your second exercise, this one for me is my most challenging one. So we come into our like our pigeon type pose, so 90 degrees with the front leg, 90 degrees with the back leg. And we're going to try and lift the front leg up. So we take the foot and the knee off the floor, so lift and lower, and then lift and lower. Now you might find that this is just so hard. You'll see when I go to do my left side. My left side is nowhere near as strong as my right. So you might find that you need to just give your leg a little helping hand initially until we can start to get that pattern going, until we start to learn how to do the exercise. Again, we're looking for around about 10 to 15. Are you ready to see the left side? It's so hard. So really don't panic if you're thinking, oh my goodness, I literally can't do this at all. Keep persevering, help yourself if you need to. You can just take a little lift, take a slight lean away if you need to, just to start to get to learn how to do that exercise. Okay, next one after that, you can use a block, or if you've got like a little mini Pilates ball or a cushion or something like that, you can use that. You're going to wedge the block between your calf and your hamstring, and then from here we're going to go up and down. You know, mine's wobbling around a bit. Let's go this way, see if that helps. So lift up and down and up and down. Now as we do this, we're going to think of squeezing the heel towards the bottom, and we keep the pelvis really nice and still. It's easier to do this with the spine. You see how my spine's going up and down a bit like a cat and cow. But I want you to think of keeping the spine in a lovely neutral position. Belly muscles are engaged. Weight is evenly spread between the hands. And we're driving the heel upwards whilst also trying to squeeze the heel towards the bottom. And you're going to do that one on both sides. Moving on from there, keeping hold of your block, you're going to take a little lie down on your back. You're going to pop the block between your knees. Lay yourself down, and then we allow we allow your knees to squeeze towards the block, and as we do, we open the feet out. So it goes squeeze, open. So this is all about internal rotation. You'll rest your hands down on the floor, tuck the chin down slightly, get that squeeze, and squeeze. Remembering while you're doing these exercises, try not to hold your breath, nice natural breath patterns. Okay, moving on from there, we come onto our side. Now you might want to use a little block underneath your knee, if that's comfortable. If not, then you can let the knee drop down, whatever feels best. I'm going to use a block. And then from here we rotate, we lift first, so lift, then rotate, and then down. Now if you can, you're going to rotate downwards and then upwards. So the foot's taking that full circle down, up, and then lower. And it's coming from the hip, not just the foot wiggling around. So think of turning the knee, and then lower. Up, rotate, rotate, and down. So recap on reps, you're aiming for about 10 to 15, which is around about 45 seconds to a minute. And if you can, you're going to repeat that 2 times. If you can build up even more, you can build that up to 3 times. Of course, doing the same thing then on the other side. So position yourself in a really good straight line, lift up, rotate, rotate, and then down, up, turn, turn, and up. Okay, so those are your exercises. So give them a go. You could complete these ones just on their own, just to try and help build up a little bit of mobility in the hips, or you can throw them in at the end of a workout. So say for example you've done a little Tabata sequence or a little HIIT sequence, then do some specific conditioning exercises for your hips. But let me know how you get on, and I hope it goes all right.